Hello everyone, Beat the Angel. Bill's sick again. He said he should be well come next week, assuming things don't go bad. So I'll have to do another part alone, which is a shame, but don't worry, I'll just be one part again like last time, because, well, what's a one-sided argument or one-sided discussion, especially where something like this isn't really worth it, when you think about it. So, this time, however, I do have all of Bill's that I'll say here, and I wanted to copy and paste in the description. Bill didn't have anything else he wanted to say, but now I have something worth saying, because we'll just get the first prediction, the Thursday one, because it already happened. Bill predicted Texans, and I predicted Texans, and it looked like it was going that way. But Keenum didn't do well, Schaub didn't do well either. Schaub, it was almost like the Cowboys and the Denver Broncos earlier. Getting in that final drive, you go in there, you milk that clock, and you would have had just got the need to get a touchdown, and the game would have been yours. Just like with Romo. What did Romo do? Got it. The one time he has to live up to his name had to have been when it mattered most. That would have been a big win over Denver back then. And ironically, Texans play them next week, I believe. So, will it be like that? I don't know. And then to top that off, as of today, Friday, the day after that game, Gary Kubiak has been fired as head coach. Which is a shame, because I didn't think that they'd fire him so quickly, because I wouldn't blame the coach. I have a whole talk for that, but I'll save it for when Bill is around, because I would like for him to share his thoughts too. But I'll just give a nutshell version. The way I see it, it's the players, especially the offensive line. It's just they're not protecting the quarterback as well as they should. Not allowing he has to extend his plays himself instead of them doing that for him. And then the defense is just losing some of its luster. I mean, yeah, you got J.J. Watt, but you know that they know what to expect him. If any team with the logical mind would just say, let's just keep Watt out of the picture, because if he's gone, then the defensive line isn't so tough. Yeah, you got Swearinger, who really fucked up this time, and then you have I think Cushing should come back. Wait, is Cushing on the defense? I forget. Oh well. Cushing, and then you have Merciless. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you're secured. The defensive line is fine, and actually Bullock did pretty good getting at one field. Like, they're easy field goals. Like, his rate's improving, but even then, just those three in the Colts game are always going to haunt him. But so with this firing, I don't know how to feel about that. If I have to be like real talk, I don't know how to feel about that, because it's just a damn shame. I wouldn't blame him. I would blame the players, because a lot of times plays would go how they didn't expect, and how they respond to that. Because this is the thing, the way I see it, just from a viewer's perspective, I see that sometimes plays don't go as you expect. At that point in time, the player who's involved there has to use their best judgment. But as you've seen, the best judgment isn't the best at all. So what I would like to see is that they be put in some situations in the practice field where things aren't going to go to the playbook as you expect. I mean, they don't tell the offense. I don't know if that's how it works, but I would at least tell the offense, try and make something different as you're doing it, just to screw the defense around, just to see what happens. And things would get a little better at that point, because then you have to have the defense or the offense more susceptible to plays that just change, that alter because of them or because of the other side. Because they're just not responding well to that, especially in the end zone. But regardless, we'll stop talking about that. I'll move on a bit to the other games that I want to talk about. The Lions, 40-10 over the Packers, but who didn't see that coming, sad to say. I mean, the only reason they scored were because of defensive runs, and then Reggie Bush redeemed himself with that fumble at the beginning. Still, should have been 43, I believe. Okay, like, how did you miss that field goal at the end? That was way too easy. Oh well, it's fine. So, with that win, then we had the Cowboys win over Oakland, which was pretty good, because the Oakland Raiders looked like they were going to do the same thing that they did to the Texans. But as you can see, Romo knows how to adjust. He is, like I said, I call the Cowboys the wild card team, because they are full of potential. They could literally do anything a team could do, and do it either for better or for worse. It's all up to them. So basically, I'm calling them the Yu Narukami of from Persona in cowboy or football games. They can do it. They can pretty much do anything. I mean, if you, again, I always reference this, and I always will. You need only look at the Cowboys Denver game. That one showed just how good they can be when they set their minds to it, especially when they were put up against the wall and on basically given a big challenge against Peyton Manning. This would have been a good year for Romo if he beat both the Manning brothers, but I would really hope for a rematch, but not at Denver. That's where things get harder, but oh well. So, aside from that, any other games that I felt were worth noting? There was the Pittsburgh game, which that coach did deserve the fine, I will say, but it was a shame that they couldn't tie it up, like I was hoping. And then they had the chance of the onside kick, which would have worked, but it didn't go beyond 10 yards, and that was a flag, which that pretty much sucks. I'm gonna have to look at the regular season again just a sec, because oh yeah, what sucks is I can't watch the Cowboys game, so I have to rely on highlights on Tuesday. And of course just stick to Twitter, because I could watch this one because it was streamed, even though that was a pain to watch. I'll tell you that whenever ads came up, oh, it would just destroy my computer. But anyway, I mean, we could talk about the Texans last week as well, as the actual surprise looking like they had a chance against the Patriots of all people. That would have just said, yeah, we still have some fight left in us. And that would be it would have been a major statement had it been a win, because if you take out the Patriots of all people, Tom Brady and his team, wow. But they could just tell you Tom Brady was just acting like they were a bunch of scrubs. It's like, yeah, this is an easy win. I always say, you don't show any weakness or don't even slack off against any opponent, no matter what their record is, because they could surprise you. Dolphins with a big win over the Jets, which was funny. Though at first it looked like it'd be the worst game, and it kind of was, because it was just so one-sided. I mean, 3 points again? That's pretty bad for the Jets, and I had confidence in Geno Smith, and I'm not saying he's bad, but I think he could do better. Broncos with a big win over the Chiefs, which was pretty close. Giants with that bullshit play that that clearly that they couldn't decide on what down it was, or even if it was a first down. It's like, if the way I see it, if refs conflict, they should actually stop the game clock and decide themselves. But I think they just wanted to go home. And the Seahawks laid down the law against the Saints. That was pretty good. Anyway, with that, I'm not going to waste any time, and we're going to talk about the picks. Alright, as you already know, Bill and I's first pick, I will read all of Bill's picks. While I'm saying mine. Let me go find this one. Okay, so Colts and the Bengals. Bengals for Bill, Bengals for me. Browns at Patriots. Need I even say anything? We both agree. Patriots. Raiders at the Jets. Raiders. They're still trying to get a win. The Raiders are still mathematically possible a chance to get in as a wild card. They just need the Ravens to lose a lot more. Chiefs at Redskins. Oh, like you need to really think about this, Chiefs. Vikings at Ravens. Bill says Ravens. I say Ravens too, even though I dislike them. I hope if the Vikings pull an upset, I don't mind. Falcons at the Packers. This was apparently going to be the original Sunday Night Football, but this one got changed to Panthers and the Saints, because that turned out to be more interesting than they expected at the beginning of the year. So that one, I'm gonna have to go with the Falcons, actually. Falcons apparently did well in a way. They could do it again. Bills at the Buccaneers. Some bad teams again. I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills, actually. I don't know. Just going with them. I have no reason really why. Dolphins at the Steelers. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, actually. Dolphins on away. Bill says Steelers. The Detroit Lions at the Eagles. This is where the Cowboys and the Lions need to have, despite that surprise victory from the Lions, they need each other right now. because the Lions and the Cowboys are in a position where they scratch your back, I'll scratch yours. Lions have to dethrone the Eagles and give the Cowboys a sure shot way at a victory, because with one loss from the Eagles and with the Cowboys winning at least one more divisional game, they should get in no matter what. So they basically need to win one non-division game and then one more division game, and that's it. No matter what, they'll get in. So I'm predicting Lions. Lions of the Eagles. This will be interesting because you got some real. This is like, these are two glass cannons right here. Their defenses are terrible, kind of. I mean, the Lions are better overall, but Eagles always used to beat the Lions. But is it the same this time? I'll find out. I hope that they've come out. So both of us predict Lions. Titans at the Broncos. Okay, is this obvious? Broncos. Rams at the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals on this one. Bill says the Rams. I'd like to be wrong because I want to see the Rams pull off some upsets because it's funny. Except on the Texans because I'm still mad at them for that. Seahawks at the 49ers. Oh, Bill says the 49ers. I mean, the 49ers are back in the groove. So this will be an interesting game. I'd like to see the Seahawks lose a game. One more game before the finals because I think that'll at least get any bit of cockiness out of their head, just so that way they maybe play a little better and be more interesting. But I'm going to have to go with the 49ers too. Even though I should be saying Seahawks, I have a feeling the 49ers have something up their sleeve. Giants at the Chargers. Oh, Phillip Rivers is going to want to take another win. He wants that wild card spot. So I'm going to say Chargers. Bill says Chargers too. And then the new Sunday Night Football, Panthers at the Saints. Bill says the Saints, and I don't blame him, but I'm going to go with the Panthers. The Panthers need to take them out twice in order to take that spot. It's really a fight for position. Who will be the division leader and who will be taking the wild card spot? I mean, one sounds cool and one sounds not so cool. So that's what they're fighting for, because even if the Panthers won both times, Saints are very likely to clinch a wild card spot. It would be funny if they didn't. And then finally, Monday Night Football. Cowboys at the Bears. This is the game I won't be able to see. If it's on radio, on AM, somewhere, I'll probably listen to it. Which is a shame. This will be an interesting game. I mean, I know one of the former Cowboys is on the Bears, but that's a shame. It's like, why'd you do that, idiots? But oh well. They're supposed to get Sean Lee back, which that's supposed to be really nice because they need any good defensive player they can get again. I think they still lost some players from the Raiders game, though. They're not going to come back, if not for the rest of the season, which is a damn shame. Because the way the Cowboys are going to go, they're going to really play the toughest teams. Like we have, I mean, just for the NFC alone, you're going to have the Panthers, the Saints, the Seahawks, possibly the 49ers. No, wait, no. Oh, no, there might be not a couple others, but it'll be tough. And then even then, you got a lot of really good AFC. This looks to be a very interesting playoff game. I mean, this is where things nearly go to hell. I mean, but week 15 and 17 are where things literally go to shit. So with that, I think I'll start ending the video off here. Feel free to tell me what you think. That depends if Google Plus is actually your friend on YouTube, because it's not my friend, and I'm never gonna like it, because like, hey, gotta use Google Plus, and I'm like, hey, screw you, YouTube. So those were Bill's picks. Those were mine. To read off his again in one big goal before I go. Let me go find it again. We already said Texans, Bengals, Patriots, Raiders, Chiefs, Ravens, Falcons, Buccaneers, Steelers, Lions, Broncos, Rams, 49ers, Chargers, Saints, and the Cowboys. You already know my picks as well, so no need to repeat them. Hopefully Bill will be here next week. He should be recovering by that time, and yeah, we'll see you guys then. Hopefully. So, see you guys later, and remember, things are only going to get better from here.